Let's cook some yummy burgers today. I got these 4-ounce burgers here and some black pepper and onion and garlic powder and salt, simple seasoning. You can just use salt and pepper. That usually goes well with burgers. I like to keep it pretty flat as they tend to bulk up. Pour some seasoning here. Don't forget the sides, folks. These burgers are feeling a little warm to me. I'm gonna go ahead and pop it in the freezer while we wait for the grill to warm up so they don't lose its shape when we cook it. When you're using a charcoal lighter, you want to make sure that you place it at the very bottom as heat travels up and wait to remove it until you see a visible flame. Once the charcoal is not producing a whole lot of smoke, it is good enough to go ahead and get started on the grill. So I've pulled the burgers out. I'm gonna clean the grates one more time, and I'm actually gonna start it here on the direct side just to kind of get those grill marks that I like. By starting on the hot side, you're creating that classic crust that you get with burgers. Burgers are usually pretty thin, so you do not want to lose a lot of moisture by doing a slow cook. And besides, who wants to wait on burgers? Once you have seared both sides of the burgers, you want to go ahead and place the lid on for about 5 minutes. This will cook the meat internally without burning the outer edges. I'm using my fancy little Slow and Sear spin grates to get grill marks on my buns. If I place it directly over the high heat, it will likely burn, and it will not make any marks if I put it on the indirect side. So I'm spinning the grill grates that was over the coals onto the indirect side so that I can get the grill marks on the buns without burning it. While the buns are getting toasted and getting the grill marks, the burgers are also closer to the fire, continuing to cook. I also don't like raw onions on my burgers, so I'm gonna go ahead and place on the direct fire to get a little caramelization prior to putting it on my burgers. The buns usually get done faster than the onions and the burgers, so you want to remove that before it gets burnt. Now comes the fun part of just spinning around the onion and the burgers, continuing to place it over direct heat and indirect heat. Once your burgers get to the desired temp that you want, go ahead and place it on the indirect side along with the buns and the onions, and put the lid on to continue cooking it along with toasting the buns further. Don't forget the cheese. Speaking about not forgetting, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Let's have a moment of silence to hear how toasted this bread is. I think I'm just addicted to cooking over the fire, so I decided to put my burgers over the fire one more time. Just a quick little side note, this is a quick dinner idea on a weeknight, but you still want that backyard barbecue flavor that you don't get in an oven. That's kind of the main thesis of Backyard Pit Lab. I'm a full-time worker who still loves barbecue and doesn't have a whole lot of time to do low and slow every weekend. I like to cook my burgers all the way up to 160 degrees internally, especially with a pregnant wife. What do you guys like to cook it to? And there you have it, folks. The perfect weeknight meal, a classic hamburger. Thanks for watching. Please like the video if you like this type of content.